Welcome back to Bow News Network. We are continuing to monitor for you Category 1 Hurricane Elsa as it's moving through the Caribbean Sea, roughly at about 29 to 30 miles per hour west northwest. Packing winds, maximum sustained winds of about 85 miles per hour. As we had stated, that pressure has been dropping as it made its way through the region of the southern Windward Islands. And by the way, we've seen some really devastating video of severe damage in the region of Barbados and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So our thoughts and our prayers are going to the residents of Barbados as well as St. Vincent. Most likely also St. Lucia was also impacted, as well as Martinique. The system basically doubled its wind speed as it made its way through the Lesser Antilles, and we have actually never seen a system actually do that as it's actually crossing um, those islands of the Windward Islands. So our thoughts and our prayers are definitely going to the residents of Barbados, as well as residents of St. Vincent and also St. Lucia and Martinique and Dominique. I'm sure residents of Dominique were also impacted by the heavy tropical storm winds. As this system sets its sights on the next stop, which appears to be the southern coast of Hispaniola, we are actually sending an alert and advisory to our subscribers who may be in the region of Haiti, as well as southern coast of Dominican Republic. Based on all the imagery coming in from local spotters in different islands in the Lesser Antilles, this storm is very, very powerful. And we've just seen this incredible amount of strengthening. Even though we anticipate that it's actually going to slow down a bit as it arrives near to Hispaniola, we anticipate that the pressure will actually drop a little bit more. It will start to tighten and consolidate quite a bit more as it makes its way towards that southern western coast of Haiti. And we do hope that everyone is taking refuge and taking shelter in those areas. Not to Also to include the southeastern parishes of Jamaica, most notably St. Anne, St. Thomas, Portland, also Kingston, St. Andrew. There's a complete hurricane watch for the entire island of Jamaica this time, and our thoughts and our prayers are for the Jamaican people, especially after they're still recovering from the severe damage to roads and also the mudslides that were impacted the island during the 2020 hurricane season, most notably from the damage that was sustained in the region of St. Andrew, where basically five rivers convene into one in that region, and the damage was pretty severe as a result of all of the extreme heavy rainfall that was felt in the region of St. Andrew. So we do remember exactly what was happening during that time, and we just hope and pray that there was enough repairs done, and also we hope and pray that everyone is seeking shelter as this horrible storm, this terrible storm, is a very powerful hurricane is actually making its way through. It appears that it will actually sneak through that region between Jamaica and Haiti. Jamaica on the left of the hurricane and Haiti on the right of the hurricane, and then it will start to impact the southern coast of Cuba, southeastern side of Cuba. We took a look at the radar, Doppler radar, and this is coming in from TGUA Doppler radar station in Puerto Rico. We do see some outer squall thunderstorms. Nothing really heavy to report, but we were hoping to capture some imagery other than the GOES 16 satellite imagery of the storm from out of space. We were hoping to get a little bit more detailed and definition from the our Doppler radar station in Puerto Rico. We will continue to track hopefully with Doppler radar imagery coming in from other spots as this storm approaches the continental United States. But we do see some outer thunderstorm activity just a little bit directly south of where we anticipate the storm as actually is right now, as it makes its way bolting towards Hispaniola. As we see from our satellite imagery here, we do see a kind of a consolidation and a tightening of the structure as it exits the Lesser Antilles. It seems to be gathering itself together, and that can only mean that those outer squall bands seem to be a little bit more organized as they make their way towards Hispaniola. We can even see the squalls that are going to start impacting Puerto Rico very shortly as it makes its way across. Now, keep in mind it's making a west-northwest track, so those outer squalls, as this storm seems to appear to continuously grow in size and scope, those outer squalls are going to bring heavy rainfall to residents along the southern coast of Puerto Rico, which could impact with possibly mudslides as well as severe heavy flooding as well as heavy precipitation while it actually transitions its way towards Dominican Republic and Haiti. So we are actually monitoring this system. Our main concern when we watch hurricanes is that drop in pressure. Now, it's actually speeding so quickly, which is very, very rare for a hurricane of this magnitude to be moving so quickly, but we anticipate it's going to start impacting the coast of southwest coast of Hispaniola sometime around it's going to be in the evening of Saturday, and then once it starts moving in closer and closer from about late evening on Saturday into Sunday night, the conditions are going to become very, very severe for the southeastern coast of Jamaica as well as the southwestern coast of Haiti, as it actually kind of squeezes in between that space between Jamaica and Haiti, but it will be moving very, very quickly. So we're hoping that it's not going to intensify any further, but there is a possibility that it may intensify to a Category 2 hurricane, which will be in a region of 110, 115 miles per hour wind speed. So we just surely hope that it doesn't. Only from the imagery that we captured from the video imagery coming in from social media from our friends in Barbados as well as the St. Vincent, the storm was very, very powerful, and it was actually picking up strength at that time. We'll only assume from the incredible warmth of the Caribbean Sea that it's going to gather even more strength as it makes its way across the Caribbean Sea into the region of Hispaniola and Jamaica. We anticipate that with our next advisory, or sometime on Saturday morning, the advisory will be elevated for the southwest coast of Cuba, as well as the southeast coast of Cuba. Perhaps the entire island of Cuba will be elevated to a hurricane watch status. So, and it seems like the cone of concern for South Florida, the Miami area, is a little bit too early to say, but they're now thinking that this system will be impacting more of the southwestern coast of Florida, most notably Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sarasota, Naples. But it's still too early to say, because if there's just a slight shift in the path, it could be further into the Gulf of Mexico, or it could be crawling up the entire state of Florida, up into the area of Lake Okeechobee, as well as Orlando, into the region of Jacksonville. So it's a little bit too soon to say as far as where the cone is concerned, but we are concerned that the speed at which it's moving, the pressure, as well as all these different indicators coming in as far as how it looks on the satellite imagery, as well as the Doppler radar, as far as the size of the storm, and the impact of those outer squalls that will possibly bring severe rain, as well as possibility of mudslides. A lot of these islands are prone to mudslides because of the elevation, and because residents tend to live in the hills, and a lot of times when you receive a lot of rainfall in a very, very short period of time, that can lead to mudslides and loss of life and loss of property and a lot of problems. So we're hoping and praying for our friends in Haiti, as well as also Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo area of Dominican Republic, as well as all of our friends in Jamaica, as well as southeastern, as well as our friends in the southeastern end of Cuba, that they'll be prepared for this hurricane as it makes its way further into the Caribbean Sea. It appears to be tightening. It appears to be gathering intensity as it arrives in the region of Hispaniola and Jamaica. So this is, if you are a subscriber in this region, or you know friends or have friends who are subscribers in this region, this is the time to actually prepare to seek shelter. If your respective government has provided you with hurricane shelters, then it's probably a good idea to evaluate whether that will be needed in your unique situation. But we hope and pray that you'll make the best decision in preparation for this intense hurricane that is making its way across the Caribbean Sea into the region of Jamaica, which is a hurricane watch now, as well as Haiti, as well as the south coast of Dominican Republic. So we're going to continue to monitor this storm as it makes its way across the Caribbean Sea, and we hope and pray that everyone will be prepared. As always, this is Bow News Network with our latest Bow to the Weather report. We'll continue to monitor Hurricane Elsa. We're going to continue to monitor that pressure. We're also going to monitor the peak sea heights in the different quadrants of the storm, just to get an idea of the strength of the storm and how it's actually progressing as it makes its way on a west-northwest path towards Hispaniola, Jamaica, and Cuba. So, as always, please remember to bow to the weather, and thank you so much for watching Bow News Network. We appreciate all of our subscribers. If you appreciate weather content, please, by all means, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe for our next notification. We'll be tracking Hurricane Elsa all along the way, and we'll bring you the latest information so that you can stay ready and prepared for the storm, the hurricane, and all severe weather in your neck of the woods. And thank you for watching Bow News Network. Have a great night.